I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. People, today I'm doing the last two pods that I received from Lone Star Mastiff Farm. So big shout out to them. They grew some great pods. They sent me a box of pods, and they asked if I would do my best at rating them from, in order of heat, kind of. So I did that. I'm doing that. I'm in the process of doing that right now. These are the last two. I have a Mustard Reaper, the green one, and the red one. I saved it for last. This is Deadpool. And this is a pod created by my friend Jeff Remmer. So we're going to be reviewing these today. Yesterday was sort of a thin day. Only didn't upload a lot. So I think we'll be a little bit more active today. I hope you guys are having a good one. Let's get into this. All right. So have you guys, if you've been watching, there have been 3 of the peppers that I've eaten out of the group that stood out. I'm not going to say what they were right now, but I'm certainly going to let Lone Star know. Here is the interior of the Mustard Reaper. Wow, it's very cool looking. All right, let me turn this light off so we don't get a shadow. Look at the interior of that. Let me just slow it. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Kind of cool looking. All right. It smells really hot. You know what it smells like? It smells, it's a very floral aroma. Every once in a while, you'll smell a pod that has a floral aroma and it doesn't translate like that in flavor. Sometimes it does. All right, so first one of the day, a Mustard Reaper. And this might be one of the substitutes, I see, because there's an asterisk next to it. Here we go. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. All right, so you know what? The funny thing about mustard pods, and I've said this a bunch of times, it's really critical if you're going to get them when to taste right, that you pick them at the perfect time. And when you have a whole bunch of pods you're sending together, it's just kind of the way it worked. That was a little premature, so it had more of a green taste, a green pepper taste, than mustard. Mustard to me, think of it like this. This is how I kind of, in my head, this is how I kind of interpret mustard pods. On the spectrum, you have on one side, you have earthy, all right, like chocolate pods, things like that. On this side, you have fruity. Mustard is kind of like right here. Somewhere in here is where the mustard is. And that's kind of how I take it. The burn on that one is, no surprise, it's a Reaper, so the burn is in my throat. Not so much affecting my mouth, not so here or here so much, but right in here. As far as earthiness, I would give that pepper a 7. There was no real smokiness at all. There was no sweetness. Maybe a 3 on floral and a 3 on bitterness. Heat, if you're not a chili head, if you're like somebody, for instance, we're doing a series right now, eating peppers at the same time, kind of building our tolerance. And if you had no problem with the jalapeno, if you had that mustard, it would be staggering for you. It would definitely be a 10. If you're a chili head and you're into hot stuff, it would probably be 7 and above. Some hardcore chili heads would call it a 6, but that's probably a 7 and above. All right, so the next one we're going to eat is a Deadpool. And this is created by Jeff Remmer. This is a hot pepper. It's really funny because none of the ones he sent, I don't get sent mild peppers. I don't. They're all hot. But this one's got great genetics. Beautiful interior as well. All right, so here's the pod hole, right? I'm going to bring it in and show you the interior of this thing. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? You can see how oily the wall lining is. See how it's shining? That is oily pepper. It almost looks like there's a pool of oil in there. It really does. Boy, I wish you could see how I see it. This was great. All right, the Deadpool. I'm glad I saved that for last. That's a wicked hot pepper. All right, so here we go on that one. Fruitiness is probably a 4 or 5. No earthy tones at all. No smokiness. There was no sweetness to it at all. I would say it's probably 4 on the floral, 3 on floral, and maybe 4 on bitterness. But it's way hotter than that Mustard Reaper was. Okay, the burn is a throat burn. Both those pods are just flogging my throat. Squirrel, come here. Come here, squirrel. Come here, kitty. No? And that's why I don't work with animals, people. They don't want to cooperate. 1 to 10 for a non-chili head, that would be a problem. The Deadpool pod, they wouldn't enjoy it. It'd be terrible. You're a chili head. That's a hot one. It's probably 8 and up. There'd be a couple people that will call it a 7, a handful. But that's a hot pepper. Wicked hot. All right, people, and that is going to do it. So I made my, I will tell you this. Here, I'll tell you. Let me just tell you how it works. So of the pods that I got, they're going to get a different list, and it's going to be more complete. But the 4 hottest peppers I had of this entire group was the Tiberius Mahler, the one I just had, the Deadpool, the Primatale, and the chocolate Primatale. Those were the hottest that I ate. And the rest are, here's the other thing that's kind of interesting. There's a lot of others, but every other one is, they're all so close, there almost could be a coin toss. And the funny thing about it is because peppers vary, you know, I'm ranking them in order of the ones I got. But because peppers tend to vary, you never know what they're going to get. But it's going to be a good pepper match coming up. All right, so listen, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, Chase the Heat turns 8 years old. So we're going to do a live stream for a while, and we're going to hang out and probably eat a pepper. We're going to talk about the future of Chase the Heat. It's interesting, when Chase the Heat turned 1, all right, there was never any doubt, like, let's go on to year 2. And each year, we're definitely moving forward, but we're starting to wind down. Let me just tell you that. I'm going to make videos forever, but the pace that I'm doing it, we got some more time minutes left, but we're going to talk about that on the day after tomorrow, so please join me. And that will do it, people. Listen, in the description box, you're going to see a link for Lone Star Mastiff Farms. Whether you want great peppers or a dog that can eat your neighbor, they're going to hook you up. They're very good at what they do. They grow great peppers, and they have these bull mastiff dogs that are just, they're unbelievable. So check that out. On the bottom, you're going to see my son, Johnny Scoville Jr., and the Lifeboat. The Lifeboat's probably the most important, for me, the most important channel on YouTube. Whether you have, past trauma, or you've got an addiction, a substance abuse problem, or if you just decided you're tired of living by accident and you'd rather live on purpose and live your best life, that's the channel you want to go to. It's amazing. What you'll get on the Lifeboat is judgment-free support, and that's it. You're going to get support, and it's amazing. So please check that out. It's been a really important channel for me. And up on top, you're going to see pepperology and the 26 most devastating, painful, gut-wrenching challenges that I've done since this journey began. So please check that out. Oh, look at this. We've got the kitty. Oh, this. What? What? This is squirrel. You're not happy, are you? All right, you can go. That was great. All right, so please check this out. The hardest challenge I've done and pepperology. Hey, thank you for joining me. I'll see you later this afternoon. I am Johnny Scoville, and this, most assuredly, this was Chase the Heat.